up on Lakers Report by Chat Sports, the Lakers beat the Detroit Pistons 106-99. We've got the game recap plus the 3 biggest takeaways, and Kyle Kuzma addresses all of those trade rumors regarding him. Plus, are the Lakers looking to add a point guard? We've got to talk all of this and much more starting right now. What's up, Laker fam? I hope you guys are all doing very well. I know I am in a great mood because so far the Lakers are undefeated this season. They beat the Detroit Pistons 106-99. We've got to talk all about that game and much more. You are watching Lakers Report by Chat Sports. All things Lakers. I'm your host, Hannah Kulik, aka Laker Han. Now let's just get right into it, you guys. The Lakers get their 4th win in a row. So far, they are undefeated this year in the year 2020 against the Detroit Pistons. Like I said, 106-99. Now, it was kind of an interesting game because once again, the Lakers got off to this extremely hot start in those first couple minutes, but then definitely cooled off. And it was actually a close game throughout most of the game. The Lakers really struggled in that second half. It looked like Detroit was actually going to maybe pull away with a quick little steal against the Lakers, but ultimately LeBron James and Anthony Davis proved that they are yet again the best dynamic duo in the NBA, and the Lakers got this win. So I, for one, am very happy. Now let's just talk about 3 of the biggest takeaways from this game, starting with the obvious here. The Lakers threw themselves a little block party. It was unbelievable. The Lakers' interior defense and defense at the rim was truly dominating tonight. The Lakers had an NBA season high 20 blocks. They actually were just 1 block shy of a franchise record. We had AD with 8 blocks, JaVale McGee with 6 blocks, Dwight Howard with 5, and even Avery Bradley with 1. So ultimately, this was the reason why the Lakers were able to win the game, because their block shots and their interior defense and defense at the rim was truly dominant. Because honestly, the Detroit Pistons beat them in scoring from 3-point range. They beat them at the free throw line. They beat them in nearly every category, but of course, defensively, that was how the Lakers were able to get it done tonight, and very impressive 20 block shots. Now, moving on to our second takeaway, unfortunately, this one is a little bit of a negative. Avery Bradley, unfortunately, in the first half, hurt his ankle. Now, we went back to the locker room. It was diagnosed as a sprained ankle. The x-rays did come back negative for any further damage, but one can assume looks pretty painful, looks pretty serious, that Avery Bradley is going to be out for at least a couple weeks, which is very unfortunate. You know, this season has really been plagued by injuries for Bradley, and he was just starting to really play well for us. And obviously, the Lakers don't need any injuries, especially to a guard like Avery Bradley, who really does contribute a lot defensively and also was starting to contribute a lot more offensively. So keeping our fingers crossed that Bradley is going to hopefully be able to get back soon. But again, sprained ankles, those definitely take a couple of weeks to heal. And then moving on to the third and final takeaway from this game. This is actually something that I have just taken away from all of the games so far this year. A little dad joke there, this year 2020, but it is a very serious takeaway, actually. It's that the fact that the Lakers are really struggling when LeBron James is not on the floor, okay? Rajon Rondo has not been playing well this season. He's not been doing a good job at all facilitating this offense, and it seems like whenever LeBron has to go and rest, that is when the Lakers just completely kind of collapse. And we saw it again tonight where they were just committing turnovers, they were playing really sloppily, really unenergetic, and of course they were committing a ton of fouls. The fouls in this previous Detroit win was just not acceptable. Honestly, they were just fouling almost every shot. It was a period in that third quarter where almost every possession for Detroit ended in a foul. So that's really inexcusable. And right now we are winning, so we were able to kind of get away with it because we're not playing super elite teams. But once we start playing those top teams in this next couple weeks, we have to go play OKC, we got to go play Houston, we have to play the Dallas Mavericks again. The Lakers are not going to be able to get away with just having these periods and these stretches where we are playing so lackadaisical. And again, a main part of the reason that we are playing so kind of unenergetic and we kind of go through our slumps is when LeBron is on the bench. And unfortunately, you know, LeBron's 35 years old. I know he's not playing like it, but LeBron is going to have to rest eventually. So that is why, you know, with Rajon Rondo not really being able to do much and really facilitate the offense well, and really not being able to do much well at all this season, that is why the Lakers may actually need to make a trade at that point guard position and get someone who can be a better ball handler coming off the bench and a guy who can really help facilitate this offense better than Rondo is doing, which we are going to talk a little bit about that, because obviously Lakers and trade and rumors are obviously something that we have to get to, because there's a million and one trade rumors regarding them. But those are my 3 takeaways from this previous Detroit Pistons win. Now obviously exciting that we won, but still some holes that the Lakers have to adjust as we continue on this season. Now before we get into some of these trade rumors and talk a little bit about what Kyle Kuzma had to say about the recent trade rumors regarding him, I want to make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Come and join this Lakers Report family. I would love to have 12,000 subscribers, family members, by January 15th. So do me a favor, we are about to have an ad break right now, and while this ad is running through, just go ahead right now and click subscribe and come join this Lakers Report family, and we'll get back to the show right after this ad. Alright, so it is no surprise that Kyle Kuzma has been a part of his fair share of trade rumors, definitely this season, and honestly just throughout his entire career. You guys know that if you are a Laker, you are going to be involved in some trade rumors, but originally it was reported that teams who were inquiring about Kuz were told that the Lakers were not looking to move him and were not going to be trading him regardless. But now it is actually being reported that the Lakers may actually be taking some offers and considering potentially trading Kyle Kuzma before the February 6th trade deadline. Now again, these are all just rumors and reports, but Kyle Kuzma himself was actually asked during Saturday's practice how he feels about all of these trade rumors regarding him, and pretty much he just said, you know, listen, I can't focus on it. I have been a part of trade rumors my entire career. I can't worry about it. I just have to focus on my game, which Kuz knows, he's a professional, that there's always going to be trade rumors and stuff, and I personally don't feel like the Lakers are going to trade him this season. I still think that they do think he is a crucial part to this team, although he has been playing very inconsistent. Again, the season for him has been plagued by a lot of injuries, and you know, I just think that Rob Pelinka has a little bit of a soft spot for Kuz because he was the one to draft him in 2017. So I just believe that the Lakers are going to let Kuz have this season to really just kind of hopefully turn into that third star that they were really hoping he would be. Now it is going to be interesting though to see what they decide to do with Kuz this summer, because this is his 3rd season and this is the summer for him where a lot of the star rookies get those big contract extensions. It's going to be curious to see whether or not the Lakers feel like Kuz is worth it and they really see him for a long-term part of their future, or if they want to wait until the year 2021, that next summer, and allow him to be a restricted free agent. But even though there are some recent trade rumors regarding Kuz, people are saying that the Lakers are listening to offers. Again, they're just listening to offers, and I don't think that they are going to trade Kuz unless it is really, really worth it. Again, I just think that they feel like Kuz is a part of their future, at least at the moment, but you never know. What do you guys think though? Do you think that Kuz is still going to be on this Lakers roster come trade deadline? If you do, type Y down below. If not, type N down below. Now before I move on and talk a little bit about Andre Iguodala, because I actually have an update for you guys on him, of course, I want to make sure that you guys are following me on all of my social media handles if you are not yet doing so. My Instagram is at Hannah Kulik and my Twitter is at Hannah_Kulik. Now moving on, let's talk a little bit about Andre Iguodala, because definitely would not be a Lakers Report rumors roundup without talking about Iggy. And in this recent development, it is actually being reported that the Lakers have the advantage over other teams if, of course, Memphis decides to buy him out. Now, we are all still waiting until that February 6th trade deadline to see if Memphis is able to trade Iggy. But if for some reason they are not able to and they decide to buy him out, then Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports is saying that if he were the Lakers, he would begin celebrating because he feels that the Lakers have the advantage because of Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka was Iggy's agent throughout pretty much his entire career. So he believes that if Memphis does decide to buy out Iguodala, that the Lakers have the advantage and have the green light to start celebrating. I, for one, would be very happy. As we all know, Iguodala would be that perfect fit, that small forward, that wing defender, that kind of clutch veteran player that the Lakers could really use, especially come playoffs. So we all just have to keep our fingers crossed that Memphis is unable to move him by the trade deadline and ends up just buying him out so that he can become a Los Angeles Laker finally. But the Lakers could also use some more help. Besides, obviously, Iguodala would be a great pickup. They could also desperately use a backup point guard. Like I said earlier in the 3 takeaways from this previous Detroit Pistons win, Rajon Rondo's not getting it done. The Lakers are really struggling when LeBron James is not on the floor. So backup point guard is a spot that the Lakers could definitely need an upgrade on. So we're going to be talking about 5 potential trades that the Lakers could look to make at that point guard spot. But before we do, I want to give you guys a chance to win some money. So the Lakers are playing the New York Knicks this Tuesday at Staples, 7:30. Predict the score and you will have a chance to win $25. So right now, just go in the comments and leave the prediction of your score for that Lakers versus Knicks. I'm going to go ahead and say the Lakers will beat the Knicks. They will win 117-105. Leave your predictions down below, and if you win, you will have a chance to win $25. But let's move on and let's talk about 5 potential trades that the Lakers could make for that backup point guard spot. So like I mentioned earlier, the Lakers could really use an upgrade for that backup point guard spot. Unfortunately, Rajon Rondo and then Quinn Cook has just been mediocre at best so far this season. They've really been unable to do anything. Rondo's really struggled facilitating the offense, and Quinn Cook has just found himself completely out of the rotation. So Lakers could really use an upgrade at that backup point guard spot. So here are 5 potential trades that the Lakers could make in order to do that. So number 1, we have here the recent news of Darren Collison reportedly deciding to come out of retirement and potentially join the Lakers or the Clippers. I believe that if he does come out of retirement, it's going to be for the Lakers. Of course, he played back for Frank Vogel in Indiana. He has that little tie in there, and I think he would be the perfect fit for us. He would obviously be an extremely high reward, very low risk situation for us. He's a career 39% three-point shooter, so he can help us a lot offensively. He's also a terrific ball handler. He's also a very good defender. So personally, I would love to have Darren Collison, but again, we just have to wait and see what happens because he is retired, so he would have to come back in the NBA in order to be able to sign with the Lakers, which could happen, but you just never know. Now, another option would be kind of an interesting one. It would be Jeremy Lin. Now, obviously, Jeremy Lin has played for the Lakers before, and right now he's actually not even playing in the NBA. He is playing overseas for the Beijing Ducks, but he's actually playing very well. He's averaging 25 points, 6 rebounds, about 5 assists per game. So he's maybe not the most likely situation because, again, he is playing overseas, but he is really lighting it up. So offensively, he could really help the Lakers if we do decide to go that route, but I think that one is a little bit of a stretch. Now, a third option that I am seeing being reported on is DJ Augustin, who is not really having the best season with the Orlando Magic, but just the Orlando Magic in general are kind of struggling this season. But last season, he actually averaged about 12 points per game. He also shot 42% from 3. So if he were to be able to bring those numbers over to the Lakers, he would very well be able to help us out offensively, which has very clearly been one of our biggest Achilles heels this season. So DJ Augustin could potentially be a good trade. Now, if we were to trade for him, it would probably involve Rajon Rondo, Talen Horton-Tucker, and then maybe even a potential second-round draft pick. So not really losing that much there. Again, Rondo, I'm fine to see him go. He's not playing very well. Talen Horton-Tucker, although is completely lighting it up in the G League, still is, very young player. The Lakers are in win now mode, and DJ Augustin could be a big upgrade and could really help us out offensively. So I think that trade package I would be happy with if it brought Augustin over. Now, a fourth pick is a guy that we just recently saw, Derrick Rose, who played extremely well when the Lakers played the Pistons last night. Derrick Rose is having a great season with the Detroit Pistons, but as we all know, the Detroit Pistons are not really going anywhere. So maybe Derrick Rose would be able to force a trade to the Lakers. He would bring that instant offense. He's an extremely talented player if he is healthy. So far this season, he has been healthy, which is why he's having such a great season. So obviously him coming to the Lakers would be a huge upgrade for us. He could help in numerous ways. He would bring a ton of offense, and I would also be curious to see him and Kuz playing on the floor together because I think they would be a good combination. Now, a package for him would be kind of similar to DJ Augustin, but it would require more potential future draft picks in my opinion. So it would require Rajon Rondo, Talon Horton-Tucker, who I think Detroit would be happy with because it would go with their whole rebuilding plan, and then multiple future second-round draft picks. So again, don't know if Detroit would take this, but if they would, I would love to have Derrick Rose come and join the Lakers because I think, again, if he is healthy, he honestly is a star, and he would be a huge, huge steal for us. And then moving on to the last guy that the Lakers could potentially trade for that backup point guard spot, Dennis Schroeder. Now, it's interesting because OKC has actually gotten off to a much better start than a lot of people expected they would. They are currently 7th in the Western Conference, and it's interesting, though, because they have actually gone on record and made everyone except for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander available for trade. So if I were the Lakers, I would definitely inquire on potentially trading for Dennis Schroeder because he would be an excellent pickup. He would provide us with that instant offense that we really need, and a lineup that featured Dennis Schroeder, AD, Kyle Kuzma, LeBron, and Danny Green would be really exciting to watch. They would shoot well, they would defend well, they'd be a pretty dominant lineup if you ask me. Now, a trade package that we could potentially make to OKC for Dennis Schroeder would be very similar to the one that we would make for Derrick Rose, and again, it would provide OKC with a lot of future young talent for them in their rebuilding phase as well. So again, not so sure it's going to happen, but Dennis Schroeder is definitely a great player, and the fact that OKC is making him available for trade definitely means that the Lakers should at least consider trying to trade for him because he would be a huge addition to this team and could really help us out, especially offensively. Now, out of all of these 5 players, which one of those would you guys like the Lakers to pursue the most? But that is going to be it for today's latest Lakers rumors and all of the breaking news stories. Again, please don't forget to subscribe down below, come and join this Lakers Report family, and please don't forget to also give this video a double thumbs up if you liked it. And until next time, Laker Hand is out. Bye!